Something I just did not think of, which I think will be really, really funny, is if the Raiju, for at least a time, just completely drops out of popularity. Like, it's over. It is overpowered. It is straight up overpowered. Like, there is no doubt about that in my mind. I know this as a certainty. It is an overpowered aircraft. Like, I am picking apart lobbies more easily than I've ever done so in any aircraft ever.
Yeah.
And
It feels odd, because in Raiju vs. Raiju, that thing does not die to its own cannons, and it's annoying.
it has really, like, it's really fucking beefy for no reason. The besides the control surfaces, it's super tanky.
It's...
I still have not, like,
It is
popped
tanky,
one
but
with
it's like
MGs.
2 railgun shots and it's done, and 3 E-rounds and it's done. It's weird.
Yeah, well, because I mean, those do an insane amount of damage. They're like programmed to do damage.
Ah, okay.
It's like some vehicles just have different explosive resistance than bullet resistance. Like, for example, right, Scarab. Scarab can take up to 10 missiles, but like it takes maybe a few seconds of concentrated fire from a laser minigun.
Gotcha.
Like some
Why did
vehicles
mine
that are
spawn
just
here
have
before yours?
specifically explosive resistance. I'm still on timer because I went in the last lobby.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to learn this thing, but I've had a few embarrassing crashes when I got home. Not a fan.
Everybody has embarrassing crashes. I just crash.
Yeah, but I'm like the worst dogfighter in this group.
I don't think you are. I think it's a lot worse.
I tried to grief an Avenger, because it was fucking with other people. And I made it crash land, but I got greedy. So I went to go strafe it while, like, doing a hover maneuver, and I had too much momentum and fucking crashed into the thing, and it gave him the kill.
It's still pretty experimental what the best way to fly this thing is, but best anyone can tell, you actually just don't throttle at all. Like, I
Yeah.
think there's some nuances to it that can be found, but you just do not touch the triggers.
I feel like you're not
Thing
meant to
flies
touch
its
the
fucking
trigger
self.
if you're trying to dogfight. Like, the bumper,
like,
sure,
yeah.
but, like, when you're actually actively trying to dogfight a plane, it just feels like you should be barely touching RT for the most part.
And this thing, yeah, it definitely feels like that. The only time I found that it's really good for the turn is when you're at the bottom of the swing. That can give you a lot of lead. But outside of that,
By the swing, do you mean like the
It's
little
very,
fly
very-
swatter maneuver that it does from the Cobra?
yeah, like that. Once you're, like, when you're at the bottom, or I don't actually know if that's good though, to be honest. It might actually be killing the turn.
It might.
But
All
their
I know
safest
is,
bet, as far as I can tell right now, is just horizontal turns, with the aircraft pointed towards the sky and just leaning into your rudder.
Oh. Okay, so just keeping it normal, but LBRB. The fly swatter is weird. I'm sure I told you yesterday, but they fucking fly swatted my Starling.
Yeah, and this thing, it's so fucking fast. It has such high latency potential.
Yeah. I didn't latency, but I did mess with one of Sloane's friends when they were trying to take off in a Raiju. I just fucking swooped in with Raiju, just fly swat maneuver, and then was able to take off almost fine. If I had any actual distance between us, it would have been a proper latency and I would have taken damage. Excuse me. I have no idea where you went, but at least I know yours is like orange.
Why does everybody say that? It's yellow.
It looks orange in
I'll
nighttime
pop
is all.
OTR. I see you.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm just green and white, because Dea is white and blue, Canuck is white and red.
I ain't wearing no commie livery, I tell you what. I like my stars and stripes.
Fair enough. I would have just gone with like a more dull green, but Canuck yelled at me.
I don't know what the fuck is that. I've heard Cockroach has bad eyesight in one eye, so he's... I'm sure it's very frustrating.
To be fair, like, if you don't have an outlandish color, it's hard to tell if that's your friend or not.
Yeah. I actually am getting my modded Raiju today, I believe.
Is there a way to pocket aircraft? Because I need to set up a pocket Raiju.
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it. I'll see if Aqua is willing.
Sure. Yeah, because getting this in my MOC would be nice, and I can keep my pocket hunter in the Terabyte. God, Jacob gave that to me ages ago on last gen.
this thing is a pocket aircraft. I mean,
the size of it,
isn't
it's
like the best aircraft, but holy
the
shit.
size of it as well. It's like perfect. I still can't get over how it just looks like a toy airplane when in the sky.
Oh god, tunnel flights. This thing are fucking scary though. Jesus.
I would think so with the speed.
Its idle speed is just so fast. Like I guess that's what I'm noticing. It doesn't brake very well, does it?
The VTOL's basically your
really
brake,
doesn't.
but it just goes
Yeah.
once you're out of VTOL. Like, here. I'm gonna go in VTOL. I'm gonna take out VTOL. Yeah, I'm still cruising.
Yeah, you cannot do low speed maneuvers with this thing. It just doesn't happen. It literally flies itself.
I know. I wish it would slow down. It would be nice to try to air-to-ground people.
I think this thing doesn't. I don't think it has the same flight model as other aircraft in this game. Or no, I think it might. It's just too fast.
All I know is it flies. It just feels like they did a crossover, and that's why it controls the way it does. It doesn't feel like a GTA plane in the slightest.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. It feels like a modded plane.
Yeah. I think that's just the
But,
worst
like-
part, because I've been doing my best to try to learn pyro for dogfighting at least, so I know how to take out most remote pilots competently, and I have to flip all of that upside down to learn this now.
Yeah, well, imagine how I feel.
I know.
It might get fixed. It really might. Or at least they're trying to pretend to care now. Being nihilistic isn't good for anybody.
I don't know if they're trying to
hopefully-
pretend like they care, or if it's just like a split. Because it really feels like they got the right team at the wrong time. Ever since... Have you noticed that? Ever since Doomsday, they've been like trying to like redo your character arc after you beat Doomsday with all of these updates.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. You know, because it is really weird that like I think Doomsday just came too soon. Maybe they just didn't expect like to keep going or whatever. Because yeah, everything we've done since then has felt really low stakes. Like fucking. We did casino heist, and you know at the end Lester's like, this is the biggest heist you've ever done, and we're like, we really saved the world, like robbing a casino.
Yeah. Also, the Cayo Perico as a whole could have had higher stakes, but there's not too much impact to it story-wise. It's like, out of all the story-related content for your online character arc, everything that was before really did accumulate up to Doomsday. Like, the writing was all decently connected somewhat, at least, for that. And now after that, there's a lot of disconnect from it. For all intents and purposes, veteran players should be treated like semi-retired characters, and they're not always treated like that. I.e., Auto Shop.
Yeah, no, like seriously, why the fuck do like so many NPCs talk to us like we're nobody?
Yeah, also, as a more recent example, Drug Wars.
Yeah, like fucking they go to a random crack house. Yeah, you want to work for me, man? Fucking leader of a mercenary company, a smoking company, a drug cartel, a street gang, Bro, you are a crackhead.
And then, what else? Because of that being the case for the writing for the story-related content for the casuals to dive into, it also reflects in what we're getting in the content. Like, straight up the fact that we have old-school missiles on this thing, like, this is just, like, content from, like, classic heists in, like, base game. Slapped onto a modded jet that they probably took from some modder and then put it in base game. It's hard to say because I feel like the current skeleton crew cares, and they got a lead who actually cares, but is limited by what he can do because the game is on its deathbed. The company and higher-ups know this, and they're forcing the skeleton crew to just do the bare minimum because GTA 6 is about to be out, so why waste the effort?
You know, I remember Stura saying something about the fact that GTA 6 is probably going to come out in 2025, though.
That's
What was that
because
was about?
Strauss said that they were expected to earn 8 billion in... What was the year again? 2025?
That's what he said. 2025.
Yeah, they were expecting to earn 8 billion in like the early half of 2025. Is what Mr. Strauss said. So that 8 billion isn't gonna come from 2K unless they do something ridiculous. So that 8 billion is probably coming from the fact that that'll be GTA 6. I don't know. Last DLC is probably in summer 2024 or winter 2024 for this game. Like, all of this is done.
Yeah, which makes the worst part the fact that this is what we're gonna be left with.
Yeah.
Like, they just made sure to take every cool sandbox thing they've added and then just add something that completely outdoes it and makes it shit. All of dogfighting, done. If you care about dogfighting, you will buy a Raiju. Missile cars, done. If you care about those, you will buy a Toreador. If you want to get good at killing jets, buy a railgun. You don't need to learn how to fly a plane.
Luxo bothering you? Well, that's silly. Railgun.
That's just life. At some point this game had to end, but it really does feel like losing.
Like I said, I was very concerned about this game dying ugly.